Hello, Mohan sir. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Please wait 1 minute. I'll start session.
Sure.
Fine. Let's start today's session. So this is the first session of your .NET Core Package course. So this is .NET 8. That means I'm going to cover all the subjects related to .NET 8 standard. So .NET Core 8 also we can call it as .NET 8 or .NET Core 8. So we are in 8th version, that is Core 8 version of .NET. So I'm going to teach all the subjects in .NET package, the .NET Core 8 only. Okay. But there is .NET framework is there as well as core framework is there. So I'll let you know that what is the main difference between .NET framework and core framework. Very simple. .NET framework means platform dependent style. .NET Core framework means platform independent style. Okay, that is only the difference mainly. But initially, .NET was completely based on .NET framework only, which makes platform dependent. So what is platform dependent as well as independent? I'll explain you. But later onwards, like from 2016 onwards, Microsoft introduced .NET Core frameworks also. So who are looking for making their .NET applications are platform independent style. So very simple, platform dependent means the .NET framework applications can only run on Windows based operating systems, which cannot run on other operating systems. Whereas .NET Core platform in the sense, .NET applications can able to run on any operating system like Windows, Unix, Linux, other Mac OS operating systems also. So which one do you want to use? You can use, but majority of the people nowadays .NET Core we are using because core means which can make platform independent style. So programmer can run their .NET applications on any platform, can build for any platform, including like Unix, Linux, okay, uh, Windows, as well as Mac OS. So that's the reason .NET 8 version I'm going to teach, that is Core 8 version it is. So first of all, what is .NET you have to understand. Later onwards, I'll include clearly what kind of subjects I'm going to teach in complete .NET package. Okay. So first of all, what is .NET? At first point is .NET is the product of Microsoft ultimately. Yes, .NET is the product of Microsoft. You know that already. .NET is completely the product of Microsoft. Yes. So Microsoft team members only they implement completely .NET. So there is no author or father of .NET. The reason is .NET completely built by multiple developers, which is completely Microsoft community. That's the reason it is completely .NET is a product of Microsoft. And .NET is a framework actually. Initially, Microsoft introduced .NET as a framework only. So it is a framework. It is not a technology. It is not a language. What is .NET means? It is a framework. Okay. So which is completely designed by, which is completely designed by Microsoft Corporation. So .NET is a framework which is completely designed by Microsoft. Okay. .NET was announced by Bill Gates. .NET was announced by Bill Gates in the year of 2000. The first version of .NET was released in the year of 2002. From 2002 onwards, people are using .NET to build the applications in real time. The first version of .NET was released in the year of 2002. .NET was announced for the first time by Bill Gates in the year of 2000, which is completely implemented and designed by Microsoft Corporation. But what is .NET stands for? Okay. So according to Microsoft, there was no official abbreviation of .NET. Okay. But most of the programmers or developers, they used to call it as net means network enabled technology, or some programmers used to call it as network enterprise technology. Network enterprise technology. But I'm saying that according to Microsoft, there is no official abbreviation of .NET. Only the programmers or third-party users, they used to call it as NET stands for Network Enabled Technology or Network Enterprise Technology. Why generally they used to call Network Enabled Technology means most of the .NET applications, after building .NET application, most of the applications which can run over the internet or over the network. That's what we are calling it as network enabled technology. Got clarity? But remember that Microsoft never announced the abbreviation for .NET, that is network enabled technology or network enterprise technology, only .NET. You may get doubt what is dot stands for here. It is nothing but it is an extension, or according to our programming terminology, in our .NET especially, dot is nothing but one kind of operator, like access operator, member access operator. See, the moment while writing code in .NET programming, every time we use most of the cases dot extension or dot access operator only. Okay, so console dot, Windows dot, forms dot, like that only. Every time dot will play the role actually. If you miss the dot, there will be a big problem coding part. Okay, so obviously dot is it is an extension actually, but it is one operator like member operator. So it is called operator actually. So this is basic information about .NET. What is .NET? Okay, that's it. I can say if anybody asks you what is .NET means, it's a .NET is a framework tool. You can say that. Not programming is not technology. Now, taking .NET, we are going to learn programming languages and we learn technology. Okay, complete combinabilities. That's what generally we used to call .NET nothing but it's a framework. Microsoft people are giving .NET framework or .NET core framework to the developers to build the applications. Okay, it's time to talk about .NET framework and .NET core framework. What is the difference? .NET framework as well as .NET core. What is the difference? Both are same, not same. But as I said that initially, when we started .NET like first version 2002, there was only .NET. There is no .NET core. Okay. From the beginning days, from 2002 onwards, people were used .NET framework only to build lot of applications. Okay. Build a lot of application, .NET framework. So from 2002 to 2015, there is only .NET framework. .NET framework means which makes .NET applications are platform dependent, are actually. This is most important to understand that. Dependent. Okay. Platform dependent means what? The moment when we develop any application using .NET framework, that .NET applications can only run on which kind of operating system? Windows or kind of operating system only. Yes, Windows OS. Only Windows OS it's possible to run. And the moment when we start development of .NET applications using .NET framework, the application cannot run on other operating system like macOS, Unix, Linux, other ways. Purely it is platform dependent style only. That's the reason even the popular using .NET build application development rate just because of Java was platform independent. More developers, most of the people also prefer Java at that time. Even it is popular to 2015, it was became popular. But even still, majority of the people recommend or they used Java just because of already Java from the beginning onwards platform independent style, which is makes run on all operating system. That's the Microsoft committee think that they introduced from 2016. Look at this .NET Core version from 2016. They introduced .NET Core version from 2016 till day. Till day. We are using .NET 2016 onwards, they introduced .NET Core, which makes completely what's a .NET applications are platform independent style. Yes, independent style only. Independent style which can run on all operating systems, all Windows, Unix, Linux, Mac OS, and other OS. So tell me, what is our learning process, .NET Core or .NET Framework? Anyone, but most of the cases nowadays people are learning .NET Core, not .NET Framework. But still some companies who are already associated with the .NET Framework with their project, still they use framework only, which makes platform dependent style. Okay, but nowadays better to learn .NET Core version. It is equal to Java. How Java makes platform independent style. Same .NET also similarly makes platform independent style when the moment we use .NET Core framework. So this is the core version and the framework version main differences. Got clarity? 2016 till date platform independent style .core only. In the core version, we are in the version. Okay, so that's what you are learning .NET Core 8 or .NET 8, you can say that. If anybody of .NET you are going to learn means you should say .NET 8 or else we .NET Core 8. Okay, .NET 5, 6, 7, 8 also there. Even 9 also in the on the way to introduce. So we are using .NET 8 in this course completely. We are introducing complete .NET 8 core concepts only we are going to discuss. For interview purpose and getting a job purpose, this is better approach. This is latest and all the updation things we are going to learn in our sessions. Okay? So this is .NET Core completely here. But once I want to explain you later coming to in the session, I'll explain you clearly framework versions and core versions also, no problem. Yes, lot of version history is there. But my plan is to I want to explain you in this .NET package course, the course duration especially, and how the way we are going to discuss all the .NET 8 related subjects. What subjects I'm going to cover, I must close here because you must get IT going to learn .NET completely. So you must know that what subjects are there in .NET package. Okay. So first remember that here in .NET, so you must learn first one language, that is C#.NET. Yes, this is our programming language, sir. Remember, this is very important language. First 45 days to 50 days, we will focus on the learning process of C#.NET only. The reason is without programming knowledge, you can't develop any further application. That's the reason C#.NET is a main subject and core subject. How Java people learn Java language code before going to implement their application. So how they learn Java language, okay, Java, advanced Java. So for .NET developers, what language we have? C#.NET, programming language. Next, ASP.NET. ASP.NET. This is question only, which I'm going to explain. ASP.NET Core. Next, third subject is ASP.NET Core, MVC, Model View Control. Fourth one is ASP.NET Core, Entity Frame. These are all ASP.NET family only, completely. Entity Framework. Okay. Next, fourth one is ASP.NET. Fifth one, ASP.NET, ASP.NET. Web API. Yes, which is really important in real time. Web API. And next, sixth one is UI technology basics. That means what? UI basics. UI basics means HTML, CSS, JavaScript, jQuery, then Bootstrap. Okay, these are the UI technology basics. And seventh one is, which is really important, Microsoft SQL Server. That means MS SQL Server, which is really product of Microsoft again. Totally in this .NET course, you are going to learn these many subjects. C# .NET, one main programming language. In the ASP.NET web development, we are going to cover total 4 frameworks: core framework, MVC framework, entity framework, API framework. And designing
Mohan
purpose,
sir,
tell me.
yes, sir. Just sorry to interrupt you. I have a question.
Sure, sure.
So, uh, when we are going to go ahead with these steps, are we going to cover how to do the authorization and authentication in the application? Like, take an
Obviously,
example. Take an
obviously.
example. If we think about a Windows authentication,
Hmm.
how we can do this in application. Nowadays, I'm working in an IT company,
Hmm.
and I struggle a lot in that area as well. I'm not able to understand how they are doing this, like
Sure, man.
Windows
In
authentication or the
C#.NET,
SQL authentication.
especially, we are much more focused on Windows Forms application with connectivity with Microsoft SQL Server operations all.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
As server as well, are we going to cover the how to host the application, how the IS server works?
You mean to say you are speaking about web applications?
Yes, sir. When we are talking about the web application, how to host it on an IS web server,
Obviously. That's
what is the
configuration will teach.
oh, thank you.
Obviously, server is important. In Internet Information Service through, we can host our website onto the server. We can uh, use that IP address through, web address through.
Thank you.
See, so these are the ASP.NET related subjects which I'm going to cover, and UI technologies basics, which is really helpful to design our web application. And compulsory, uh, as a .NET programmer, you must aware of MS SQL Server, Microsoft SQL Server database knowledge also. So first, the initial stage, we are going to start our programming language, that is C#.NET. After completion of introduction of .NET, we are going to start programming language, that is C#.NET. Okay. So next, we are going to start MS SQL Server, Microsoft SQL Server database syllabus I'll cover. Once you have good knowledge at C#.NET programming, as well as good knowledge in the database level, that is managing the data, okay, completely. Once you got the database related idea and programming language idea, then we will start finally ASP.NET web development with MVC architecture, entity framework architecture, web API, everything, with including UI technology designing progress, that is HTML, CSS, JavaScript, jQuery, Bootstrap. So to cover all these topics with detailed lectures, with detailed coding, and with complete PDF documentation, which I'm going to send to you. So total duration of this course is minimum 4 months it will take, maximum 4.5 months. That clarity. 4 months duration it is required compulsory for all covering this all subjects with the proper training and proper picture. So you want to get proper knowledge, you want to get a good programming of .NET, or else do you want to get a job on .NET, you must and should focus 4 months strongly on all subjects. Once you complete this, and you should be able to crack the interviews and you survive after getting a job on .NET. But strictly remember, there are plenty of jobs opportunities are there in .NET especially, but you must show your skill set. Okay, so this is, and one more thing here, in every topic wise documentation preparation already there, and topic programs also will write in editor. Same topic, same programs we will hand it to you. And every day the recorded is going to take same day recorded session video will upload to your Google Drive. The video access or lifetime access. No, what we can say a lot period. Only 6 months are not like that. Especially my videos, I used to handle a lot of full stack subjects like full stack, .NET full stack. No, so all videos are like that. Even though my will send a mail that is 6 lakhs, because that is just we forward to all Durga soft. Most of the Durga soft they used to give the access read access for the students only 6 months, but my side I'm giving live access. So I can once I give access the folder access to you, that lifetime can able to watch those videos which I uploaded. So that is including material and intention and everything will be covered out there. Okay. And next,
Answer. I have a question. So right now I'm working professional and currently my company is working on .NET only. They're like I get exposure to work on the .NET Core as of now. That's the reason I'm in this. So does it give me on to interview in the .NET?
undoubtedly, man, that's what I'm saying. But only things you have to be focused and regular class. And if any doubt, you can feel free to ask the class like how we are asking. At the same time, once demo lectures are over, minimum 4 to 5 demo lectures are there. Please continue the demo lectures. After that enrollment process is over, we have a .NET online training group. Especially, I'm the admin person. Many of the students who are attending the sessions, they keep on post the questions, and if they are having any doubts, so we can quickly response in that group only. So communication will be keep on going as long as session continue. Even after completion of things also, the group is not going to be dropped. It will be a new process. So every time we'll assist you regarding what the way you want. Okay, as projects also will be there in the ASP.NET web development. So it's ASP.NET OMC, web API, everything with project oriented. Surely I'm going to complete classes so that you will get hands-on experience. So codings you will get completely as fresher. If I can interview, you can tell yourself, I have some hands-on projects like that only. So total 4 compulsory minimum. And moreover, I wanted to. So I suggest better to enroll this course, entire package course. Okay, I'll tell you what is the. Or else I'll tell you clearly. Initially, do you want to observe your skill set? Okay, sir. First, I want to learn C#.NET so that I can decide later whether I am approaching well with C#.NET or not. After that, I can think about rest of the courses like ASP.NET, SQL, all these things means you can like this. So first, you can only enroll for C#.NET course. Okay, after that, do you want to extend when I start Microsoft SQL Server development session and ASP.NET Core and other development sessions, you want to enroll, you can enroll. That also possible. But if you do like this, the course fee structure will be increased like 1,500, 2,000 more. But if you don't for the first time package course, it will be less actually. So that thing you can talk to our administrative team. They will contact you soon. That of the things you can discuss with them. Okay, but I'm giving you clarity. What how do you want? You can register course, no problem at all. But mainly let's focus apart from this discussion. Let's discuss each subject purpose is what actually. Yes, you are going to learn ultimately these subjects which are here, but you must know the purpose of each subject, no, sir? Yes, that's the reason I'm telling you. First subject is C#.NET. What is? I'm telling you, C#.NET is a programming language. It is a programming language. Do you want to become compulsory? You should have knowledge of programming part. At least one programming knowledge skills are required, which is most popular in entire .NET, that is C#.NET language. So C#.NET is a programming language which is used to write the coding part for the application development. Yes, C#.NET is a programming language which is used to write for development. Yes. To develop any application, compulsory programming code is required, sir. Without programming part, you can't build any application. And moreover, why I am asking you to give importance to C#.NET means once you complete C#.NET course, my complete first 5 days to 50 working days focus is C# only, sir. The reason is why C#.NET skills are very much important to learn rest of the subjects, especially these. If you don't have knowledge of C#.NET, you can't able to learn this ASP.NET Core, MVC, Entity Framework, Web API. Waste of time. Because even though we go with ASP.NET, MVC, Entity Framework, Web API, what code we are completely this logic is belongs to C#. So that means ultimate language C#. We can do a lot with C#.NET language. Okay, programming language purely. But notice this, these all whatever I'm selecting here, .NET Core, ASP.NET Core, Core MVC, Entity Framework, very not at all programming languages. Okay, ultimately only one programming language we are going to learn in entire package, that is C#.NET. But these are not a programming language. These are completely frameworks. ASP.Core framework, MVC framework, API. Sir, what is the meaning of framework? Simple, sir. Framework is but it's having set of protocols, rules, regulations, and libraries. Microsoft Corporation giving to the developers some frameworks to build applications easily. So further, they are giving some rules and regulations, and by following that rules, regulations, and protocols, we need to build applications with span. Because there are libraries in the form of ASP.NET Core MVC framework, Web API library can build the applications at faster rate. So maximum code vision is run by Subcommittee and minimum vision we should give from our side as well. So that's always to say building the web development or building the application based on Java will take much more long time when compared to .NET. Building applications using .NET is much less time. It will take us Microsoft provide a lot of building libraries. Using those libraries, we can build the application code quickly with less time. That is the main advantage because all predefined stuff, predefined resources are available in .NET. Okay, fine. Now coming to this next subject, which I'm explaining, ASP.NET Core. First of all, you must know that ASP.NET means what? ASP stands for Active Server Page. ASP.NET stands for Active Server Page. So it is used to build web applications. ASP.NET is used to build what, sir? Web applications, which is used to build the web applications. Yes, our main target is these applications only in real time. Every time in our day-to-day life, we are going to use web applications only, sir. What is web? You know, the application which will provide the services. It will provide the services over the web, or internet, is called web application. Yes, lot of services we are getting over the internet, over the network nowadays. So to buy a product, we are using Flipkart, and to do some transactions, we are using banking application. To order the food, we are using lot of mobile applications like Swiggy app, so many. So all that is we are performing over the web, that are web applications only, or web apps only. So in entire .NET platform, to build web application means using ASP.NET framework. Tell me, Mr. Ashwin.
About the active server page, which we use to create the application of the web
Yeah,
in earlier days.
ASP stands for Active Server Page.
So are we talking about the active server page, which was a classical ASP, was built in the SQL, or
Yeah,
is
all
it a
the web
definition,
applications.
or just a definition of ASP only?
No. ASP core. See, sir, .NET is separate. Previously, with is integrated with the .NET framework. Is ASP.NET Core is there. Core means completely architecture is different. This architecture we are going to design. So classical ASP is only purely there are two-layer architecture front end. But nowadays, pure application with what architecture pattern, design pattern, MVC model with .NET. We are going to use this in .NET Core development, MVC architecture. So many tools are there in the MVC platform. Models use controllers. All and business access layer will come together, integrated ASP. So application will provide services over the called web application development purpose. We use ASP.NET side technology. Then all the web application implementation we are doing in what platform? You know, MVC platform. This is very important in real time. MVC. In this MVC, M stands for model, V stands for view, C stands for control. So we are getting to this MVT architecture only. So model is nothing but what you know, database access layer, data access layer. Yes. V is nothing but what you know, presentation layer. Presentation layer it is. And controller is nothing but business access layer. Business access layer. So model is nothing but data access layer. That means complete database related code we are going to write in model, database related code. And VV is nothing but presentation layer, complete designing purpose. We are writing the code designing layer. What we are going to see for the first time when we open any website, we are going to see the user interface or design or not. That designing layer is nothing but presentation layer, view logic. Controller is nothing but action method. That means business access layer. This is called coding part. Coding part. So coding part purpose, we use controller action methods. That is business access layer. Designing part purpose, we use presentation layer. That is view. View is nothing but presentation. The end users are viewing the first current pages. And a database to store the data, our customer data purpose, we are going to use database coding. That is data access layer, which represented by model only. Now coming to this, all three integrated, sir. See, coding purpose in the controller layer, we are going to use programming language that is C#.NET. Designing purpose, you are going to write UI technologies. These are the UI technologies we are going to use. And data purpose, MVC design architecture pattern, we are going to use Microsoft SQL Server. I hope you understand the concept clearly. So, especially ASP.NET framework through, we are going to design and develop web applications. The two applications on what design pattern through we are going to implement MVC pattern. In MVC pattern, M for model, V for view, C for controller. Model isn't data access yet, that means database coding. Database coding purpose, what subject we are going to let Microsoft Server. V is nothing but presentation layer. What end user is going to see on the screen for first time website, that is for designing purpose. Designing purpose, what we are going to learn, your base, CSS, jQuery, Bootstrap. Okay, and only design and only database to nothing we can do. Complete action methods. That means you have to perform some actions. So we need to write some part for doing performing some correct actions. That purpose is controller actions. The business access coding purpose we use language C#.NET. So one language is required to develop web application for coding purpose C#.NET. Designing is required. Designing purpose we use UI basics. Database is to store the information of client or customer purpose we are going to Microsoft Server. So all together we will build one application, this web application with architecture. Okay. Now, so what about these two subjects? Why these two frameworks again? Web application development, it is an integral part. Entity framework as well as API. So entity framework is not very simple, sir. Without writing raw SQL statements. See, if you want to communicate from front-end application, back-end, you pass SQL. But we are not going to pass raw SQL statements, set query, update query, delete query, all manually. Without writing raw SQL statements, do you want to perform operations with the database? Then we recommend to use entity framework tool there. If I do this entity framework tool, what the main advantage means? Normal class program through, we can generate it, we can prepare the SQL statements automatically. That's the reason we are going to use entity framework. Mostly you may not understand at this point why I'm telling you entity framework, but in the reality, whenever you start actual development, you'll come to automatically about entity framework. But one thing I can say, web API. Web API is very important, sir. API stands for what? Application Programming Interface. This application programming interface is very important in the real-time development. Application programming interface. This is very simple. In our daily life, we are going to use many web applications like Swiggy app, Flipkart app, Amazon app. So generally the application while we are using, so we need to make communication with other application also. It's important. Okay, for example, you are using Swiggy app, you place the order. After completion of your order, then you need to do make the payment. For making payment, your Swiggy app must and should communicate with your concerned banking applications. No? So then banking application should interact with Swiggy app for making payment confirmation, so that response should happen from Swiggy app through the banking app and as well as through your Swiggy app. So both applications are communicating with each other. Then only make action successful. That communication is going to happen in real time via API. So that's the reason API concept is very, 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 very important in every web development. So API is nothing but application programming interface. So is exactly API will do means API is a software tool. API is a software tool which enables the communication, which enable the communication which enables the communication between two or more applications. So without making the communication between two or more applications nowadays, there is no transactions going to be successful. Compulsory your web application need to talk with other application for better transactions in real time. So if you don't create APIs for your web application cannot speak with other applications to make the transaction successful. So that's what API part also very important. For our ASP.NET web applications, we need to generate API. To generate API purpose, we are going to learn what subject? Web API subject. So this is important subject which we are going to teach. API application, we can say that. So ultimately, in the .NET package course, you are going to learn front-end development as well as back-end development. That means ultimately you will get knowledge on front-end development as well as back-end development. But note this, only front-end development purpose, we are going to use UI basics. HTML, CSS, JavaScript, jQuery, and Bootstrap. And it's only for design. This is front-end development. But remaining thing like C#.NET programming language, ASP.NET, MVC, Entity Framework, Web API, even including Microsoft SQL Server, these are all under comes into backend application. So, and that means only UI basics, designing purpose. Rest of all the subjects are backend only. So backend need a lot of things. The programming language, C#.NET, the framework, ASP.NET, MVC, Entity Framework, Web API, and the database, Microsoft SQL. So total, these are the subjects I'm going to cover in entire the .NET. You are going to learn .NET core version. So in tomorrow's session, I'll discuss more about what is .NET Framework version and what are the .NET Core version. Okay, and what editor tool I'm going to use continuously in our .NET development procedure. You just consider this demo is a very simple and basic demo, just a basic information which I provided. I hope you understand that. So in this session, just I discuss what .NET is the product and what subject I'm going to cover, every subject purpose, and the duration of this course is 4 months only. And our actual session is going to begin. We will focus complete introduction.NET. Once we complete introduction of .NET, we will start our main programming language C#.NET with both sides. So that's all from my side today. I'm going to give you so this entire the course duration is 4 months. In this 4 months duration, every day session is going to record the session recorded same day itself in Google Drive and access. Along with complete each and every subject PDF document also completely will get. And as long as the course going to be continuing, like lectures are going to be continued, complete 100% assistance will be there from my side through WhatsApp group. You can connect with me at any point of view, any doubts, I'm ready to clarify your doubts. So that's all from my side today. Now it's time to ask any questions from your side. If you have any related to this .NET, so you can feel free to ask me. I'll try to clarify your doubts.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
WPF topics
No.
also included
No,
this.
sir. We are not covering that is WPF also that is extension of Windows Forms application WPF foundation, and WCF is not at all required. Why I'm telling you, actually in the olden days of .NET we were used web services. I think you heard about web services.
Yeah.
Yeah. The web services extension, more communication channels, Microsoft integrated with WCF. That is Windows Communication Foundation, Windows Presentation Foundation, WCF you are speaking. But in place of WCF, completely we are using this subject
Web API. Okay.
Yeah, this is advanced version, more advanced channels are.
Okay.
That's the reason I have not included WCF.
Okay. Got it, sir. Thank you.
Mohan, are we going to cover the design pattern as well in this?
What design patterns? Can you name it some design patterns? Tell me.
There are so many design patterns. I mean, can you
That's the reason.
take an example, singleton and some others?
Tell me.
Singleton is there and some other patterns are the
That all part of ASP.NET development only. I'll explain that while developing ASP.NET Core, what design pattern we are going to use.
Oh.
Yeah. Any more questions?
So nowadays, what I've seen that the companies and the projects are very concerned about the securities. So are we going to cover most of the securities when we are creating a web application?
Obviously.
Okay.
See, the thing is, most of the security precautions will take care in the coding development of object-oriented programming itself. But in the web development process, we have some lot of authentication schemes and authorization schemes are there. In that way, we will achieve the security.
Okay, so I mean, after this class, do we have any detailed information where we can identify that how many things we are going to cover? Because when I was doing a registration, that time I have seen that is the details are very old.
See, that means course content you are asking.
Is the course content, which at the time of the registration, the course content I have seen that was very old, sir.
Not getting.
So
Please
that's the reason.
speak loud.
Yes, sir. I'm saying the when I was doing the registration for the
Uh,
class, the course detail and the content was very old. That is
No,
that is
that is old.
showing
I am
about.
only saying that that is old. Don't look at for that. Okay. So I
Oh,
asked
oh,
many times our admin people just try to remove that course which was in the old .NET framework version that was completely. Okay.
oh,
So
okay.
very
Are
soon
we
I'll update. Total core content will be uploaded very soon. Don't look at that. You just try to ignore it. Okay.
sure, sir, sure, sir. But
Yeah.
before
Yeah.
to start the class, can we get a detail of the content, any structured content, email or somewhere, so
Sure.
that we
Sure.
can
Sure.
identify how we are going to proceed
Obviously,
with
we
it?
will update you soon. Complete course content in related to core, which I'm going to cover. That was completely they prepared. Even that's also not prepared by me. So someone has prepared, but it's keep on continuing that course content. That was completely based on framework, which is completely old style, which is not related core. We'll try
No,
to
no, no worry, sir, no worry. But I mean, at least they should share the new content before
sure,
to
sure,
start the class.
sure. I'll inform immediately.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Any questions?
Hi, sir.
Yeah, Shravan, go ahead.
Yeah, actually, in the course template, I have seen only .NET, SQL, C Sharp, ASP, and SQL Server will be covered.
That
So,
is that is what, madam, actually that the course confined AngularJS in our ASP.NET web development. So lightly we will touch AngularJS, not completely.
mhm. So microservices, sir?
Microservices obviously will cover. So see, microservices as well as AngularJS, which is really implemented using ASP.NET only. So that is complete web development process. In that we will inject, not in C Sharp, not in SQL.
Okay. Front end means what technologies are here covered, sir?
These are UI. So whatever the designing is required from HTML, CSS, JavaScript, jQuery, Bootstrap to, we will design the front end application development. See, uh, especially I want to give some clarity here. People are asking completely front end development frameworks also like Angular, React, Node.js. So many JS are there. That design and logic purpose, it's also good. But the reason is here our main target is ASP.NET developer. So your target is ASP.NET developer, web developer. So if you are focused completely full stack web designer, so whatever you're asking that UI completely knowledge and React, Angular, Node, how much frameworks do you want to learn, you can learn it. That is designer, complete designing and coding as well as. But our main target is here .NET developer. So coding more focused, not designing. I
So
hope you
here,
understand that.
yeah, you can cover any web API project, any code operations in
That is
.NET Core.
common. It's a very silly CRUD operations everywhere we can cover. So along with API, we can do performance, all the CRUD operations against database, even ASP.NET Core also we cover, MVC through also we cover with entity framework.
Okay.
That's not an issue. It's a very basic application. Everyone will cover that is.
Okay. Sir, if you have any updated topics to cover anywhere you have written or something, can you share with us so that we can go through what are the
You
topics?
have to
Because,
say, the thing is, whatever the course content I'll prepare within 1 or 2 days, I'll upload it. Immediately will reach that course content also. If anything miss according to your requirement, if you have knowledge on .NET already, then you just intimate me that related topics, we will cover that. Updated course, complete topics only we'll cover.
okay.
It's based on your needs exactly. I am here as a trainer to fulfill your requirement. That's all, no matter.
Okay.
But from my side, whatever the industry needs right now in the current trends, we will include all the topics. But other than this, if really required, if you are a real-time professional, you are working in a job, so in your job profile, what they are asking, so these topics are required for you means really, then just let me know so that I can include that also.
Okay.
I hope you understand what I'm saying, no?
Yes, yes, understand, sir.
Yeah.
This .NET Core dependency injection and
Everything.
startup classes, those are
Obvious.
also covered.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So how much duration it will take, sir, complete
4
course?
months, minimum 4 months, maximum 4.5 months.
Okay. Sir, here notes you are providing separately or in the class itself we need to write notes itself, sir?
No need to write, just listen and go, and everything is there in PDF. I used to send that PDF totally in the day one itself only, total documentation. And lecture videos, you have to watch it daily basis. Videos you'll get. No need to write the notes. Instead of that, just while session is going, how I am typing, how I am doing the logic, and you can do also simultaneously. That will be good. Don't write any notes in your notebook.